Hi everyone, my name is Michelle and welcome to The Weight of Things. In this video, we are going to be doing a part 2 of what we kind of talked about last week, where we talked about the opinions of people and not kind of being a people pleaser where you feel like you need to go to do everything that everybody else is saying, and also not thinking and feeling like you need to a compulsion to explain yourself when your life may look a little bit different than somebody else's. So before we get into what we're going to be talking about in this video, please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell below so that you can get notified of every time that I create a new video. So what we're going to be talking about today kind of relates, that's why I said it's like a kind of like part 2, because it kind of relates to what we talked about last week, which is about not allowing the positive opinions of others, the praises of others, also dictate our thoughts and opinions and what we do in our lives. Now, in this world of like social media, like it has given life to a lot of people who weren't able to be as vocal before in probably real life everyday situations, whereas they may have been somebody that was more introverted, somebody that was more looked over. These same people are like famous and popular on social media. They have huge followings, and it's kind of come to a place where it gives some people this boost of confidence that they would not have had outside of social media. Now, social media, I believe, is a great tool to be able to reach people that you probably wouldn't have been able to, even to communicate with people in different areas in the world that you probably wouldn't have been able to communicate with or even know had it not been for the advances of social media. So I believe in everything that there is a good and there's a bad to it, and it's really about how we use it. If we even should be using it, that's the other part of it. But in this case, it was social media, how we use it, if you do choose to use it. Now, as I said, with social media can actually be a thing where it has its good and its bad. It can actually really tear somebody down when somebody's video about something embarrassing or something very private of them goes viral, or somebody makes a video about you criticizing you and it goes viral and everybody is now talking about you, and it could really take you back to that place of maybe when you were in high school or middle school or whatever the case is, where you were tormented and bullied. So there's that bad aspect of it, but there's another aspect where, as I said, you could become almost Instagram famous, YouTube famous, Facebook famous, where you don't have to necessarily go to Hollywood nowadays to be famous. You could have a viral video where it's spread all over the world, and soon everybody knows your name, everybody's clicking on your videos, everybody's liking everything that you're doing. And again, this can give you this sense of boost because you have so many supporters and so many followers and so many likes, and all of a sudden you start to get this confidence that you never would have had outside of social media. Now, I want to talk about this because this is a very scary thing, whereas we use social media, as I said, for tools to be able to reach people. But if we are getting our sense of value, and if we are getting our sense of security in the decisions that we make or in our opinions based on the amount of likes that we are getting, that can also be a very dangerous thing, because everybody on social media could be with you and supporting you today, and tomorrow everybody is against you. And we need to come to a place that we don't need people to approve of the things that we're doing. We're not feeling encouraged by the amount of likes that we're getting. This is for social media, but this is also for everyday life. You don't need even your friends, your family members, anybody really besides the father, and also your spouse, to agree with the decisions that you make. You don't need them to like or, to share your ideas to feel that sense of confidence. Your value is not determined by how many people follow you or how many people like you or how many people agree with you. Because as I said, they may be with you today and then they're all against you tomorrow. So if we put our stock on the amount of followers we have or the amount of likes that we get, we will be torn down, because there will be a day that you're going to have to stand for something that a lot of people do not like, or you're going to have to turn around and compromise that truth just to keep your followers or just to keep your likes. Especially if what you're saying or sharing is something that's true, maybe not politically accepted, there will be people that will be against you just because of your beliefs. So we can't come to a place that if we share something about our life with other people or on social media and everybody agrees with it, then now all of a sudden we're confident in that decision. Now all of a sudden we're confident in ourselves and in what we are saying. We need to find that confidence and that security in only one place, and that is from God Himself. Because at the end of the day, people's opinions change, people's feelings fluctuate. Today they're with you, tomorrow they're against you. And at the end of the day, we need to be secure in what we believe. You know, there's a story in 1 Kings, I believe it's chapter 22, about the king of Judah and the king of Israel, and they are trying to determine something, and they decide to go and inquire from these prophets, and 400 of them were saying the same thing, even though it was false. And there was only one man of God that was willing and able to stand up and say what was true. And I say that to say that it doesn't matter if you have 1,000 likes or you have 1,000,000 likes or you only have 1 like. Don't allow that to be the determination as to whether your belief is true or whether what you are saying is accurate or whether what you're saying is something that you should stand on. Don't let the opinions of others sway what you know to be true. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a viral video. There's nothing obviously wrong with a lot of people agreeing with what you're saying. If you're telling the truth and there are people that are seeking that truth, or people that can relate to what you're saying, there may be a lot of people that agree with you. But I want you guys to understand, and for myself to understand, that if that is not the case, and if everybody disagrees with what we're saying, and we are the only ones that are standing there saying this one thing, we're the only ones that believe that one thing, that doesn't make it any less credible. That doesn't make it any less true. In this day and age where people are valuing themselves and valuing others and even following others based on their popularity, like how many people agree with them, how many people follow them, how many people like them, we can get to a point where that is our determination. That is what we are using to kind of scale ourselves, to figure out whether we're right or we're wrong, is the opinions of other people. And as I talked about with that story with the 400 prophets that were wrong, it doesn't matter the amount of people that are all saying the same thing if what they are saying is false. You need to be confident in what you are doing in your life, that if everybody disagrees with you, that you are still able to stand strong on what you believe. Whether everybody agrees with you or everybody disagrees with you should not determine or make you question whether what you are saying is right or whether it's wrong. Do not get your confidence, do not get your self-value and self-worth from the opinions of other people, from the amount of likes that you have, from the amount of followers that you have. Be confident in who you were created to be. Be confident in your creator and allow yourself to grow to who he always intended you to be. And regardless of the opinions of others, you can take those opinions and see if they apply to your life, but don't allow those opinions to be what sways you to becoming who you are. As I said in the last video, people may not always agree with you. They won't always agree with you. There'll always be somebody that disagrees with what you're saying, disagrees with what you're doing. That's going to be the case regardless of the situation. But don't allow that to deter you. This is what you're being led to do. Don't think that you need to have likes to boost you up and encourage you that, yes, I'm doing what's right because everybody's liking what I'm saying. Yes, I'm on the right track because everybody's following me now and everybody's liking what I'm saying. Don't let the opinion of others be the validation as to whether you're on the right track or not. So guys, that's basically what I wanted to say in this video. I just want us to be very careful to get our value where it actually comes from and not allow this new technological age, this new social media age, where people are just sharing their opinions and their views about everything to dictate what we know to be true, to dictate what is good for us and our family, to dictate our lives and our understanding of things and our beliefs. But be willing to stand alone if that's what it comes to. If everybody disagrees with us, that we are able to stand by ourselves on what we know to be true, on what we truly believe in, even if that means that we lose our friends, even if that means that we lose our following, that we are able to stand on that, and also that we don't feel more confident in what we believe and think that we're absolutely right because now we have 100,000 people that agree with us. I hope that this video has been helpful. And again, if you haven't watched the last video, I will put the link in the description. So please make sure that you check that video out. And I want to thank all of you guys who have subscribed and all the people that watched this video and have watched any of my other videos, because this is a very personal journey to me. As I mentioned before, this is something that I've struggled with for a very long time in my life. And to be able to come and share it with other people, and knowing that there may be other people that have experienced some of these things or have gone through some of these things, and just to know that I'm able to verbalize some things that I have been struggling with or some things that I am learning, has actually been an encouragement to me on my walk. And I honestly pray that it's an encouragement to somebody else that is out there. So please, again, don't forget to subscribe, click the bell below, and to like and share this video, hoping that it is able to bless somebody else. Thank you so much for coming to my channel and clicking on this video, and have a great day.